And so at this point, I want to start working on necks. Necks are relatively simple to draw from certain angles and very difficult to draw from other angles. And it's important to know the overall shape of the neck, I think, in order to make that work. And the most important aspect of the way that a neck works, and you can see I'm drawing it here, uh, is knowing where it sprouts from the head. And what I've tried to do there is to show exactly where it attaches uh, to the bottom of the head. It attaches from the middle of the head, not from the back of the head. From the side, um, you can actually see just about as much head coming from the back as you can from the front, with the face obviously extending from the front. So here I am drawing the front of the face. I'm going to keep it very simple, just to get the point across that you're looking at a head. Uh, and it's important that I draw the ears on that because the neck actually comes directly out of the bottom of the ears from the front of the head, and right at the right along the center line of the head is where the neck converges in a V. I've got a little ball there to show where I've got that convergence coming. And then you have the Adam's apple, which comes just above that, below the chin. And there are two long band-like muscles that attach into that V and then extend out uh, into the shoulder, the trapezius muscles. I don't know the names of the muscles, but into the shoulder muscles. And so from the side, um, I've got my head established, and you can see I'm drawing the neck coming directly out of the center of the head, and it curves from front to back. It doesn't just shoot straight down from the head. It's important to give it the curve that it needs. And here I'm going to draw the neck from behind the head, and again, like that first illustration, I'm trying to make sure it's clear exactly where it's coming from. So I'm drawing a delineated line along the bottom of the skull. And I find that necks and foreshortening can be very, very difficult for me. So here we're looking down at a face, and I've got more of my body established, and I've established, as you can see, where my neck is going to connect from the body and from the base of the head, and it's a tube that shoots up into the head. So, and I want to make sure that it has the same angle as my body and the head because they're all flowing along, the same basic plane. And so I've got my two long band like muscles coming from the ears going to the center point at the uh, at the chest, and all of the muscles for the shoulders extending out forward. The neck actually has two long band like muscles that come towards the front, and then two long band like muscles that come towards the back. And in between those muscles is where the shoulder muscles connect. And looking up at the head with the neck is actually a very difficult angle, I think, for most artists. But I think it's very helpful to bear in mind that once again, uh, the long band like muscles extend out from the ears. The neck itself actually comes out from the center of the head, and the neck has a curve to it. Never draw the neck as just a simple straight line. And ideally, you want to give the curve a long curve in one direction, then a short little hook in the other direction. And this is called by Bridgman, George Bridgman. It's called the line of beauty, and you see it all the time in art. I try and use it all the time because it's a very effective way of working. Instead of just drawing a long curve, which can be a little bit inert, draw a long curve and then give it a little hook, and that just gives it a bit of a dynamic feel. And I find using that for my artwork really gives everything a little bit more of an energy than it otherwise would have.